We're live.
We are live. Take two, Michael.
Good afternoon.
For those of you who enjoyed that previous 16 seconds, we apologise about that. Slight technical hitch. Michael, how's your morning been? Uneventful? Quiet?
Yeah, very quiet.
Nothing much happening this Monday. Hope you guys are all doing well. We didn't want to schedule this one because we didn't know really what time we would get at it today, so apologies for the lack of notice.
Yeah.
How was your weekend, Michael?
Uneventful. Stressful.
Uneventful but stressful.
Yeah.
Cam Smith?
Interesting. I'm going to say this. I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
But played well. They took Hawaii by storm. It was impressive.
Yeah, I know Justin Thomas obviously saying that, you give them calm conditions, slow greens and stuff like that, and wide fairways, they'll rip it apart. But,
Yeah.
Come on. 34 under.
I know, it's impressive. They're driving greens.
Insane.
It's a good way to start the year, though. It's fun to see.
It was fun to see. Can be a different course, that place, if the wind blows. That really is the defence of the place. So it's good. It's good. What's happening? Apology accepted, Yemen. We were apologising to everyone but you, Yemen.
Yeah. Get back to work.
Apology, I know.
People are saying good morning. I guess
Good morning. Good morning for those in the morning time zones. Evening to those in the UK. And
hi from cold Denmark. It's cold here too.
Yeah, it's cold. We feel your pain. Feel your pain. What else is going on in there?
Ian, question for you. How much does tipping a shaft influence the torque rating?
It does not. Yeah. It does not. The torque of the shaft is the torque of the shaft. Now, will that be the same moving forward? Because we're now talking about variable torque? Probably. Even if you do vary the torque in certain sections of the shaft, I don't think we're talking about it, being able to even tip it to the point where you enter into a part of the shaft with different torque. So don't expect that to be something that's a big issue. And to be honest, you really fall into the overthinking it party at that point. So now tipping is for feel, marginal deflection, things like that. Will we address the elephant in the room, Michael?
Yeah.
Why not? Guys, some of you who have been on social media this morning may have seen a little teaser about Club Champion, about TXG. Happy to answer any of that, because it's not really why we're here today. That will be more kind of tomorrow and onwards. But guys, happy to answer any questions. As a company, certainly the YouTube channel, the Instagram interaction, we do like to be open with our communication. I think that's a thing we do well as a company. So we want to make sure that whatever questions are out there, we will be happy to answer them.
Yeah. Yep. This one's regarding the new drivers. What do you think of the new drivers that are coming out? Really worth the $750 price tag?
We'll see. Time will tell, won't it? We have them all. We have a load of stuff arrived today. We're going to do some testing today. We're going to do TaylorMade Sim 2, and Stealth.
Yeah.
All head-to-head, 3 generations, 3 great drivers head-to-head, and let you guys decide whether you think there's value. We'll talk to the merits and obviously dissect the numbers, and we'll let it play out. Time will tell with those questions, Mikey.
Yeah. From the the new technology, sometimes there's subtle changes and sometimes there's a big advancement. I think it's, and I'm not just saying this because we sell golf clubs for a living, but I do think there is worth to the new stuff. Every year there's always something new, and it's always going to be better.
And my take on this is probably going to be that we're not really going to be talking about ball speed the way that we do every single year. We'll be talking about other things, and those of you who have followed us on the channel and do keep up with us, I think you've probably seen that narrative change a little with us. We talk a lot about standard deviations. We talk a lot about narrowing of the high and the low in terms of the performance, whether that's the spin rates, whether that's the ball speed retention on miss hits, all that sort of stuff. So I don't want it to kind of be the message that if the drivers aren't quicker this
Yeah.
year, they're not going to be. That's the reality. They're not going to be quicker. I mean, you know, the CT, the characteristic time of the woods especially has been at its limit for quite some time.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
It's
Brian,
a compliment. Good point.
always
that's
give you
unusual.
compliments.
Jesus.
Brian Parker is asking, worst kept secret, club champion or club embargoes?
I would say club embargoes.
I mean, regardless of secret stuff for me, so.
Yeah, it's tough for you. No secrets amongst friends. No secrets amongst friends. Joe, Strixon Diamond. I was looking there, Joe. I have some. I was hitting a sleeve of them just a second ago. Yeah, good golf ball. I mean, time will tell what the differences are. I mean, we have Z-Star, we have the XV, and obviously Diamond we have in-house as well. So I think it was, it was part of the test schedule to do some testing of that today.
Definitely,
Yep. Adam, how does being acquired from Club Champion change TXG? Well, again, another one of those things, Adam. I mean, again, time will tell. I don't think change is the right thing, the right maybe way to look at it. How does it allow TXG to grow? And that's fully our intent, is to grow and grow faster. Again, don't want to kind of spoil too much of what we kind of will talk about tomorrow, but in the golf industry, Club Champion have grown at an unparalleled rate. No one has grown at a faster rate. We've done our own things that we're proud of, the channel, building a community with you guys and all that sort of thing. We're proud of that. But what they've done incredibly well is their footprint and established themselves, in every major market in the US. And, their ambition to come to Canada and to do that, with us is a huge honor and something that we're very proud of. I think moving forward, guys, the way to look at this is more access to TXG, more resources, better for golfers, not just being an Ontario and Toronto-based company.
Yeah. The reach across
a big
the
part
country
of it, isn't it?
is going to be exciting, and it's what people have asked for, and we get asked it. I get asked it every Sunday. When are you coming to one part of the country?
I know. We get it all the time. We get that all the time. Dave, TXG was bought out. TXG was bought out. It was. Again, it's unofficial, and we're not here to really talk about that today. So we will limit obviously how much we talk about that, but it's kind of more for tomorrow, that one, guys. But it was teased out by the Hackers Paradise guys earlier on, so we will address it for sure. Could you be a guest fitter at a Club Champion? Nick, that's I think a big thing that I'm excited about. I know Mike is as well, and coming to other stores, spending time with the fitters. Like I've already asked to have Zoom calls and be connected with all the fitters down at Club Champions. So I'm excited about that. Their reach, the obviously the dominance they have in the market down there, it's quite something. So I think if we can play any kind of part in that improvement, it'll be good. What are you laughing at?
There's just
some
some
funny questions.
There's just stuff you can't even say.
Oh really? Point to it. I want to see it.
Well, I mean, that's not funny, but it's just stuff that
that stuff gets left out. Christopher, what swing speed do you need for a TX, Michael? I mean, probably I can answer that one for you, Christopher, because I come in and out of the whole TX conversation. I'm not a natural TX guy. Sure, at times when I'm working on some of the speed stuff that I do, I can kind of get into the high teens, the 118s, briefly at 120 or whatever it might be. But, I'm over there today swinging at 112 to 114. That's not a TX. So, I would say foresight probably above 116. maybe a Trackman kind of 113, 114, something about that. Maybe start thinking about the TX conversation.
Yeah, you do bounce around quite a bit from TX.
I do. Whisker's asking if we have the same barber. Do we have the same barber? Do we have the same cut?
I think you copied me.
Nah, you definitely copied me. I got it in first. Callaway Rogue ST irons soon. No, not that one. Because I was literally just hitting it.
What is that?
That's a Titleist. It's a T100S. It's about here somewhere. I was literally just hitting it. The new Rogue ST Pro iron. Really like it. I think it's literally over there. Really like it. Feels great. Sounds good. So it was excellent.
Good question. John's asking, I'm thinking about investing in a personal launch monitor. Have you ever done head-to-head with Mevo Plus, GC Quad?
No, we haven't.
Just interested in much percentage difference there is. I mean, we know you want to do the GC.
Well, yeah, we talked about it last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
No, I mean it's coming. That stuff's coming. I think we may have got a faulty GC3. It works outside when it's just reading off the data, but it's not. It doesn't connect.
Yeah, a very nice shell. Just the inside.
Good looking unit.
Struggle.
Drew is asking gloss or matte preferred for this Stealth.
Oh, that's easy. Gloss.
Yeah, I ordered a gloss in mine. To be honest, I mean, last year if it was glossy, I probably would have ordered it in matte. Like I just like having a different one. I've ordered a pretty cool one, so it would be good. Joe's saying do the GC3, Mevo Plus, and the R10. Yep, we have access to all of them. So, yes. Yep. What's that? Go for it.
Ball news. What's coming?
Ball news.
Yeah, new golf balls. At least you got refresh of Chrome Soft.
Yeah. I would say Chrome Soft and Strixon. Bridgestone, have they got a new ball?
Yeah.
We need to get more access to Bridgestone for sure. When we will do. Other than that, Titleist, no change. TaylorMade, no change. They're every other year, both of those guys.
I mean, Zexio has a ball now.
Yeah, they do. Who else is there? Who's in the ball game? I mean, those are the big ones.
For the newest ones that I know, that would be.
Billy is asking, any eyes on the new Cobra drivers? You've seen it.
Seen it.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
Hit it.
It's good. It's an upgrade for sure.
For sure, I would agree with that. It the early kind of testing and that sort of thing shows that there's some pretty cool stuff. Some prior technologies. I mean, it's probably no secret. Everyone the Bryson stuff was very public, so he had his thoughts on what needed to change. I'm sure the engineers listened, and they're a great team down there. You left with some really good impressions of the Cobra team, didn't you?
Yeah, and they have. Bryson was at the event I was at, and there was some banter back and forth. They had no problem giving it to each other about the comments he made on the driver, and the comments he made of the new one for 2022. He was excited. I mean, he hit some personal records, and excited to get in the demo matrix. Couple weeks, the 19th.
Yes, the 19th. Dave is asking again there, why didn't they release a carbon face in the fairway woods, the 3 and the 5 wood? Is the tech not ready yet? Yeah, really good question, Dave. And actually, something that I kind of got into a little bit. I don't know if I think it must have been on the Never Made the Edit or something like that. But Tomo and I get into a little bit of that when we were down in La Costa. And really what it came down to was there is no benefit when you have a small face the size of the fairway wood going away from the Zaytech titanium. The kind of carbon story on the face of Stealth is much more about increasing the mass, increasing the real estate of the club face itself. So when you're dealing with the face, it was of no benefit to go with carbon over titanium. So I wouldn't expect that one to change. Those weight savings aren't really kind of required. I mean, don't get me wrong, if they they do further testing down the line, but I can tell you there's nothing in the pipeline. It's not like, you know, twist face came to the driver face and then it came after that to the fairway.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that, you know, planned.
Question there on yours. Any winter training packages available at the Toronto studio?
Location. There's not, Benoit, there's not. I mean, we're still playing catch up from, you know, our wait list and things like that. So, you know, we're fully focused on our club fitting services right now and making sure that we are busy, but not extremely busy to the point where we don't manage the health and safety of the store and you guys as our customers and things like that. So, you know, no plans for winter memberships the way we have done in the past. It was something because we had a little bit of space and we had, you know, we weren't at full capacity a few years ago, but, you know, the last couple of years we've been bursting at the seams.
Yeah.
Bracket winner predictions, Michael. Ooh. Who's in the early run-in to be the bracket winner for you?
Rogue ST Max LS.
Are they paying you?
I wish. Like send me a driver anytime.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. We had a friend of ours up yesterday doing some. We were watching him hit stealth and hit rogue. He was hitting triple diamond, I think. Yeah. And numbers were really good, really good.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah.
Sounds so good.
But bracket winner prediction. Well, I mean, yeah, there's lots to touch on there. That's for sure. But there's some good ones. I mean, Cobra. I think you probably think the Cobra, you know, lineup is going to be a contender, eh?
Very good. Yeah, both. 2 winners.
Liam Hancock booked in at Scottsdale Golf in the north of England in the Manchester area. Heard anything about them? Not about their fitting services, Liam. I haven't. I mean, I know of the guys in, you know, great friend of mine, ours, Joe Hughes, knows the guys there really well at Scottsdale Golf. He supplies them with Mura product, but I don't know what their fitting services are like. I'm really not sure. I know they're huge, doing huge numbers over there, though.
Is the Rogue ST Triple Diamond a public release? It is. Well, Triple Diamond LS.
Yeah. It's no longer a you know, niche product like that we get. I think what would we call like a Tour Authentic account or something like that.
Yeah. Nope. It is a retail option.
Drew, why don't companies release 430cc drivers anymore, Michael?
Because larger, higher MOI, that's the way forward.
Yeah, I mean, the benefits of going down in size obviously are there are some aerodynamics at play at times. You know, the club can move a little bit quicker if it's smaller, but you know, I think they've kind of negotiated that well enough. I do think Stealth looks a little smaller this year, I have to say. The footprint of it to me looks tall and a little bit smaller. It probably to me looks like a 450, 445cc, but we know it's not. It's just the height of it has came up a little bit.
So it's a little upright to my eye.
I know, but the numbers don't show that. Though. I was just hitting it just there. It must just be a bit of an illusion because you know the dynamic lie angle does not show that. Michael, will you do virtual fittings? Michael, we are currently absolutely bursting at the seams when it comes to the amount of fits that we do in person. So, you know, the virtual fits would kind of unfortunately, you know, be secondary to our in-person fits and that clientele.
I thought you were asking if I would do virtual fits.
Would you?
No, not right now.
Saturdays and Sundays, just bug Mike on his Instagram and he will happily do a virtual fit.
Dean Fry's the best.
Yeah, he is. The world's best. Great question by Golf Simulator Videos. Club champion is usually all TrackMan indoor. Will you keep Foresight? Yes, we will be keeping Foresight. We will be keeping Quintic as our technology that we use. And hopefully, guys, in time, that's what you guys will see is the spirit of it, you know, of what's been done here. It's not to change the DNA of TXG. Yeah. I mean, that's at the heart of you know, what you and I believed had to happen here, and you know, and that's the way it's going to be. So, you know, again, more resources and obviously access to, you know, more TXG stores in more provinces is really the key. but not to change the DNA of the company at all. It will stay the same as it's been and improve in many, many, many ways.
Gino's asking CBX Zipcore wedges. We have not seen them yet. I don't know where they are. They're coming. I know they're on a little bit of a slow boat. I'll tell you that CBX stuff from CBX, original then 2.0. It's a good wedge. It's clean looking, but I mean, obviously a ton of help and forgiveness. We when we can get access to them, we do quite well with CBX. So hopefully we'll have CBX Zipcore in the studios, maybe even a review very shortly.
Yep. Keith is saying the live stream is looking crisp today.
Nice.
Don't know if that's a good thing. Showing too many facial imperfections, Michael.
There's a lot of them.
Shut up.
Oh man.
They were to your boss. DJ, should I upgrade my R11S yet? Opening any shops in the US? Yes, you should, DJ. The R11S was a good driver in its day, but it's time, my friend. It's time for you to get a new driver.
Yeah.
And this is a great year for the driver.
It's almost as old as me.
Yeah, 2000 and what?
I don't know.
Just a young pup, aren't you?
Yep.
Just a boy.
Any thoughts on travel bags? Hard to get Club Glove in Canada. You use a Club Glove, yeah?
No, Audio. I use the Audio. Had the same one, the luggage, the suitcase and the travel cover. Love it. Used the same ones for years and years. It's travelled many a mile. Tremendous. All good. Love it. Love it. Mr. Brath is in the background. We're just... Oh, yeah. Nice. Nice.
I forget. We were talking about Club Glove. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I use. Well, I'm far behind on these questions.
Any thoughts on Patrick Reed going to PXG, Michael?
Interesting. I thought he was kept with those Grindworks irons.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he would... is he still using them?
Irons he keeps, it's just a driver deal.
Really?
Interesting. And a hat, driver and hat. Yeah.
Because Grindworks is on the side.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Does he have skin in the game with them? Is he a part owner of Grindworks? I don't know the story. Yeah.
We need to get a couple sets of Grindworks in.
I know. They do from time to time. They do. I have heard people reach out about it. So
okay. Yeah. No, we should reach out.
Yep. Jefferson, what do you think of the best budget cord grips available? I just ordered some grips last night. I was messaging you about cord grips.
You got them?
Yeah. Got a couple of sets of Lampkin Crossline 360 Genesis.
So good.
Full cord. It's the grip that comes on the TaylorMade wedges.
Yeah, high toe.
The high toe. I don't think it comes in any of the other TaylorMade stuff though, does it?
Are they going to be red or?
No. It's like a grey cap to it. Yeah.
How many sets did you order?
2. One for me and another one for me.
Oh, nice. Actually, I'm playing multi-compound teams this year.
Nice.
Black. Different.
Black. Oh, like all black.
BCT cord doesn't last a season.
No.
And I've never regripped my own set of clubs, so I need something that lasts a bit longer.
OG JLO, will TXG operate as its own entity under the flagship of Club Champion? That's exactly right. It will still be TXG, it will still be our logos, it will still be our name and branding under the umbrella of Club Champion. That is exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is a good one to touch on, and again, I promise that we're not hijacking today's Q&A on the news that's leaking out. Tomorrow is the official launch, but Ryan G, you guys just broke my heart on this Club Champion stuff. Things like that, we will address that stuff head on because. If you have liked TXG up until this point, Ryan, if you are a fan, if you've liked the social media stuff, you will not just like what's coming, you will love what's coming.
Yeah.
there will be no departure from our vision since day one, since 2016 when you and I were in a build shop in Burlington, Ontario, building clubs to the wee hours of the day. What this does is it gives us resources that we could only have dreamt of. So guys, if you've liked what we've done up until this point, you'll love what's coming. So trust me, I've not been as excited about the brand and the direction literally since those early days.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's different for a good reason.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we get a chance to go into these new markets that we constantly communicate with. Oh, we're coming, Calgary, Vancouver, Ottawa, all that sort of stuff. But we know we're coming now. It's not a case of if, it is a case of when. So these other markets, you can get access to what has been historically positioned in the GTA, and which has been somewhat unfair to the Canadian market.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'll say, I think you and I both love a whiteboard and a session to plan, and we've had plans for the last 5-ish, 6-ish years.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes you make a plan that sounds great and we just don't have the ability to do it. I mean, now those dreams can become a reality, and it's going to be better for the consumer, better for staff, better for the golf industry. It's exciting.
Yeah, no, it is for sure. So nothing, I mean, there will be natural concern about the change of the identity, the feel, but I don't know how to be any other way. You guys are going to find us exactly the way you found us since day one. We don't know how to do it any other way, because when we come on the camera and do these lives and and do these things and we interact with you guys, it's just us. It's whether you like it or not. It's just us. So we don't know any other way to do it.
Yeah.
So hopefully the fact you are here and you watch it means you like it, and if you do, more of the same. Do you guys have any recommendations for club fitters in England? There's a bunch. There's a bunch of really good ones. Jason McNiven in the south is my kind of go-to recommendation at Golf Principles. The boys at Precision Golf do a brilliant job. James and Simon. Up in the kind of Midland, or the kind of, I guess, northwest, Nick Hibbs. Hibbsy at Tour X. Up in Scotland, obviously SGGT up there. That's the first time. I have to not recommend that one.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Mike will meet you at a Muni for a fitting on weekends. Nope, that will not happen. Live stream. Oh, I'm caught up with you now.
Okay. Is the Kylie White shaft that comes in the stock TaylorMade Stealth the same as the actual aftermarket one, or is it a made for OEM version? Yeah, it's an OEM version for sure. Version. Yeah, it's that Kylie is obviously premium. It will come as an upgrade, I'm sure, as part of the TaylorMade upgrade program. But yeah.
Scott McLeod saying, what do you think might be good equipment for Lydia Ko now that she does not appear on the PXG website?
That is interesting.
Venture back to
Callaway. Callaway, yeah. Lydia was at Callaway, wasn't she? Where's Lydia going to go? I mean, Titleist don't make moves like that. You're kind of like Nelly. You start there and you stay there, a bit like Spieth and Thomas and stuff like that. They typically don't make big signings, so you're going to probably could Lydia go to Ping? Ping TaylorMade Callaway.
Yeah, Callaway I could see being the one. Maybe a little Strixon.
No, I mean maybe, but I think Callaway TaylorMade would probably duke it out for that one. I think you're right. I think going back to Callaway would probably be the bet. I mean,
think how good she played back then when she was all Callaway, and I mean she played well with PXG. Don't get me wrong, she's won as well. But
yeah,
I think that when she did, she started making swing changes and stuff like that. Yeah, Callaway would make the most sense. Someone says, will you do a video about any changes coming with the new merger? Yes.
Yeah. Tomorrow we will do more of a scheduled one. So again, today just getting all the ducks in a row and everything. We're literally just back after the new year and the break and getting ourselves together. So, we will do kind of official talks on it tomorrow. A dedicated live on it tomorrow. We really weren't going to talk about it today, but it's kind of on social media, so we're certainly not going to duck from it. That's for sure. No. Matt saying, unfortunately, the True Spec fitter he goes to near him isn't available until May. I was looking at Club Champion as the backup choice. Do you have any fitters in the Denver area you would recommend? Matt, I don't, I don't know anyone really there other than the people I knew a few of the guys there, but I don't know, the personal fitters and obviously Matt, watching the channel, my kind of take on that. It's, it is about personal relationships. Companies are what they are, but within any company, you're going to have good fits and bad fits for your style. So I don't know any of the people personally yet, but I'm going to make it my business to get to know them in the key areas, and Denver would certainly be one of those. So, I'll happily, introduce myself to those guys and kind of get to know them.
Mm-hmm. It's another post. You and I talked about this on the weekend. Jimmy Walker possibly going to Ping. I know Adam Scott. I heard rumblings that he's no longer with Titleist.
Yeah, I heard that as well. I heard he's away now. I mean, I could see Adam Scott going
just brand agnostic.
Yeah, going agnostic. Yeah, TXG representative Adam Scott.
There you go. Yeah, I think he's a closeted gear junkie.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember last Christmas time getting sent videos of him testing Autoflex. This was before he came out and was playing it. So he definitely does a little bit of sneaky testing.
Yeah,
definitely. Why no Voshal live session this year, or is it coming? Yeah, but we will definitely be getting together with Vosh. I mean, he's a new dad and been kind of busy with all that sort of stuff. There is some new Mizuno product in the pipeline coming that we know of. So yeah, I would expect us to be with Vosh in the next couple of weeks. Probably do a live session with him and get a catch up as we always love to do. That is coming soon.
Max asked a question regarding SM9. We should see our samples and our testing product very shortly, and then retail is March 11th. I don't know if that's top secret, but now you know.
Now you know. Martin saying, hi guys, I'm looking at the Sim 2 Titanium. Should I opt for the new Stealth version? Is there a big difference? Big difference? I mean, I think you're probably going to find, I wouldn't expect a big difference year to year. When was the big change? When did they go? So Sim from M5. So M5 was titanium. I didn't love probably M3 then was the last time the M3 was a steel head.
Yeah.
M5 went titanium, but it wasn't quite what Sim was. Sim with Zatec and the really quick face for me was quite the jump. The only thing I wish they would do, Mike, is I wish they would add a 16.5 to that line.
Yeah.
I think so many people would benefit from
one that you don't have to adjust.
Yeah, exactly. And because the 5 would at 19, turning it to 17, but then it sits kind of wide open.
It's just it feels super flat.
I would rather see a 16.5 in there. I think that would be one we could really utilize.
Yeah.
Thoughts on John Ram being the GOAT? Those are big boots to fill at this point.
Let's relax for a second. John Rahm is a great golfer.
Great golfer. I mean, and he will spend lots of weeks at world number one. That's for sure. I need
He's
I
gonna
need
win
to
a lot of
see.
majors.
Yeah, I need to see evidence though that you can get past, or get into double digits. I mean, that is an illustrious grouping.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the golfer that Phil Mickelson is. Not going to sniff double digits in his major haul. So. No. We know like Tom Watson and those guys, like phenomenal golfers, some of the best ever. To get into double digits is unbelievable, and he's only got one up to this point. So GOAT status it's early for that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's only one GOAT, so
There is only one. What's the story with the i210 replacement, Mikey?
I've heard rumors. I've had photos sent to me from people in the industry. It eventually will come.
It's going to come at some point.
Yeah, I've heard we might see stuff this fall, not as a release, but we'll start to see stuff come out on tour and whatnot.
Yeah, I think that's fair. There's no rush though with that one.
No, it's such it's classic in a way.
It's a good one. I mean, you look at that new Mizuno 223. I think there's lots of that kind of like with that little cartridge, little weight cartridge and stuff like that in there. There's some things that remind me of that. Mr. Shiels in the house. Rick, happy New Year, my friend. Hope you're well. Congratulations on 2 million subscribers. What an achievement that is.
Crazy.
What an achievement that is. That's unbelievable. So hope all is well, bud.
Actually, watched a video of his last night. He was at Hibbs's place.
Oh,
doing
really?
Some testing. Yeah, I thought that was good.
Yeah, Rick. It wasn't a recent one, no.
Yeah, it was like
was
the
it?
Rogue ST stuff.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
The old Hibbsy. No, I love it. I knew that they done some stuff together back in the day, but I didn't know they'd done any recent stuff. That is cool. Dave Fogel, can you lend 1 million subs to TXG? That would be nice. That would be nice. No, Rick has earned it the hard way. He's worked hella hard to get to 2 million. I mean, I know how hard we worked to get to our 177. That is one heck of an achievement.
It's impressive.
It really is. I mean, I remember when I don't even know if TXG was around yet. We were at a PGA show one year, and it was the kind of the early days of Rick, and I don't even think the other boys had really emerged yet. And I remember seeing Rick going around with his tripod and setting up at the OEMs and stuff like that, and doing the grind, doing the hard work. And as times went on, and he's got his team with Guy and the podcast and everything else that's supplementary to the brand. I mean, it's just incredible to see how well he's grown it and what it's become. It is inspirational for a channel like us to see what can be done. There's leaders in a field for a reason. It's for the rest of us to chase them.
For sure.
Yeah, Rick's saying old school. That's proper old school, isn't it? Round there, doing the OEM rounds at the demo day.
The freezing cold demo days.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we're going to miss it this year, though. Tim is saying, any new irons this year going to knock out the ZX7, Ian? I mean, there's lots of options. I think in that ZX7 category, you could probably look at a couple of the Mizuno ones because of the similarity and the slightly stronger loft.
Yeah.
I would say if you have been keen to look in that one, maybe the Mizuno is fractionally smaller. The top line's a bit thinner. That ZX7 has a little bit of a thicker top line.
Yep.
Has a different sole profile. So for those who don't get on quite as well with that sole profile, I think the Mizuno is that 223 especially.
So good.
Yeah, you done some testing with that, didn't you?
I said to you a couple, the Mizuno cheerleaders going nuts over there.
Let's get the blue and white pom-poms are officially out for RB.
I had a fit on the weekend with the guy, and it was impressive. Just honestly, I will say this: light years better than MMC. MP20, and I played MP20 MMC, so very, very nice to see.
Yep, absolutely. BM, thoughts on the T100 versus the P7MC, forgiveness, top line, etc. The P7MC is going to be a thinner kind of top line for sure. There's a little less tech in the form of that tungsten that lives inside that T100. That T100 is a kind of I don't know if you would call it a shrunken player's distance, but it certainly is a smaller package than the MOI represents. That it's a very stable club on mishits, and I think that's why it's kind of the ultimate package for the kind of better player.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of help in that iron. Johnny Wonder in the house. # go rogue or go home. I was hitting the new Rogue Pro iron earlier on. Really impressed with that. Initial hits. That thing has some heat behind it, but it feels good. It sounded quite soft as well. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it looks super, super clean.
Richard is asking, how can you explain if and how a shaft can affect angle of attack? Yeah, I mean, from a deflection standpoint, the likelihood is the more deflection we see, the more it will move towards an upward angle of attack. That's the case. I mean, the shaft is never really working in trail deflection where the head is working back as the handle's working forward. That would be increasing the load too much. There's only so much force, trail force you can get. You're going to get more lead deflection on that. So the likelihood is the softer the shaft, the more it will increase the angle of attack. Which is why at times we can look to shafts that do that to be a little bit higher spin. They're not higher spin shafts. What they are is they are a direct influence on the spin loft. So also that upward movement of the driver head can lead to the strike moving slightly further down the head, and that another thing that can affect the characteristics of the ball flight, more spin through the low strike.
There's a nugget right there.
Mm-hmm.
That was preaching to the choir.
Let's see. Would autoflex work well with the negative driver angle attack? I mean, who really knows what autoflex is going to do for any one person? I mean, it seems to be one of those things. Magic or tragic, as I've said on the channel a million times. It's seems to be incredible in some people's hands and seems to be minimal in terms of the impact on others. But that's the name of the game in with club fitting in any walk. In some people's hands, it's one shaft's fantastic.
Yep.
Give it to the next guy and he can't find the middle of the face with it, and it's no good.
We've had some success with it within fittings. I know personal family members that use them, and it's changed their game completely with the driver. So
iGolf Worldwide, Ping sold to PXG. No, they didn't. That's what this merger feels like on the surface. Well, that's Ping certainly never sold to PXG. Ping hired the talent of Mike Nicolette and Brad Scherger. I think that was Brad's last name. Schweiger. So Mike and Brad moved over to PXG when they were in their inception. There was no merger there was no acquisition from PXG with Ping. This feeling the same for that. Acquiring the talent. Maybe you could look at it that way. I think we have a lot of talented people in our staff, and I think that was part of the attraction for Club Champion. The big motivation for them was moving into a new market, wasn't it? I mean, the reality is they could do, their move into Canada alone, which would be slow and kind of, a little bit, of a slower burner, or come in and look to do it with an established company like ourselves. And if things are right for both parties, then in which they have been, so then that's the way it went.
There's more questions about the news, and are we going to dive into it? Obviously, tomorrow's the day we'll have a set live to discuss the merger.
Mm-hmm. We will. Can an iron shaft that is too heavy cause you to flip?
Say that again.
Could an iron shaft that's too heavy cause someone to kind of flip the club, release their hands too much?
I think you have no control over it, right? And it's gonna alter your swing for sure.
Yeah.
We've done this test. I mean, well, not even a test, but like years ago in our first studio, we tried lighter and heavier for me with our other fitters, and we showed them that like here's where there's a fine line for a lot of players.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the likelihood is most people would see heavier slightly harder to turn over. That's what we would probably probably see more of. But there's no hard and set rules though, is there, with that stuff? That's where the testing process has unlimited value. Is just that you just don't know until you test it. April Hartness, can a swing weight that's too heavy cause you to flip? Can a swing weight that's too heavy cause you to flip? If you perceive the heavier swing weight to be extra mass and extra heft, but it's not actually, because the dead weight, static weight is actually lighter, I think you could see that as an outcome. It just depends for the player. Again, there's a heavier shaft, so go from a 90 to 130 heavier. That will be much harder to kind of release or square or whatever that might be. The swing weight though, we can go lighter, but can increase swing weight
for sure.
So that's a bit of a different one.
Yeah,
different one. Tricky. You just need to come and get fit, and we'll see.
We need to dive into more swing weight chat. There's always get questions every Sunday. It's like hundreds of swing weight questions.
That is right. What do we make of the PNC Championship viewership being driven by Tiger and Charlie as the headline? Does golf have the same issue as baseball? An aging core of viewers, players. I just think when it comes to Tiger and Charlie, I just think that's a great story, and that's when it comes to Tiger, let's enjoy him while we can. He's not going to be there forever. Sure. We don't have him for much longer. Anything, post accident, post back surgery for me, anything's a bonus from here on in. So let's just enjoy that for sure. I'm certainly doing that. I think his swing looks great. I think Charlie's swing looks better than. I actually think Charlie's swing's better than Tiger's ever was technically. I just don't think you see a 12-year-old able to move the club like that and hit those little cuts. Generally speaking, young golfers like that, fire their hips fast. The club drops behind them. The club's a bit heavy, so they get a bit flippy, and the thing gets a little out of sync. I mean, that boy's swing,
so good, is
unbelievable. But that's what happens when you download your father's swing, any of your father's Tiger Woods. If that's the way kids learn, isn't it? And Tiger was taught by, obviously, partially by Earl, and then the coaches that he had, Rudy and all these other guys. Yeah. But, Charlie's had the benefit of watching his dad for the last number of years, who's an incredible golf swing. I mean,
that's my excuse. My dad's golf swings are horrendous.
JF's isn't much better, I can tell you.
Noah will have a good swing.
Noah's going to have a good swing. Yeah, I'm going to make him watch someone else.
Someone asked there a question: can any Fuji account order Ventus Red 8X and 9X?
Mm-hmm.
We can.
We can.
Have some in stock.
Yeah, we do.
We've got
8 and 9.
8 and 9. Yeah.
There you go. So we have some Ventus Red 8X and 9X available for purchase through the TXG online store.
Email us.
They're
not online.
They're not right now, but you can make a purchase through.
Definitely, yeah, for sure.
You can do it through our Shopify store, but I don't think the SKUs are on there.
No,
right now. Guys, I'd kind of try and do this every week because ultimately these lives are about you guys and kind of what you want to see, from us. What do you want to see of moving forward? What do you want to see more of? What would you like to see us testing? We have some pretty cool plans in the works that I'm really excited about, and that I think you guys will love. But I mean, let's have it. What do you want to see more of? Will my TXG gift certificate still be redeemable? Yes. Absolutely will be. For sure.
Austin goes, Mike and Ian, current golf cleats and current golf clubs you guys are using.
Cleats?
You got some fancy cleats?
I'm a G4 guy.
Yeah.
I'm a G4 guy. And you are as well.
Mm-hmm.
We love our G4 shoes. I love everything about them. They're so comfortable.
So comfy.
I think they look great. They match a nice Galvin Green outfit. People are in your case.
Yep. No, nothing wrong with some G-Force gloves. I think we both play Titleist glove.
We both are Titleist. We both play Titleist glove and ball. Yeah, we do. We do. Direct to consumer brands. Scott, I mean, that's a good direct to consumer brands if still possible with the new merger. I mean, trust me, we have the full support of everyone at the Club Champion brand of doing exactly what we've been doing and more. What's my most overused phrase recently, Michael?
Where do I start?
What is it?
I can't remember.
Yeah, and I think that's the one. That's the thing that sums this up for me now. Is you're only limited by your imagination.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I mean that's the thing. There's things we would have loved to have done. There's things that stores we would like to have had or places we'd like to be. Literally, we are now only limited by our imagination, which is an exciting place to be. There's lots of things that we would like to do, lots of things that we think can influence this club fitting space long term that are, I mean, maybe revolutionary. I don't know if it's the right way to look at it, but it will change it. Certainly for us, that's exciting to be part of that sort of stuff, to move that needle. Average swing speed reviews. Yes, lots more of that. Yeah, Mr. Brath says yes to that. More average swing speed. Yeah, I mean, diversity. More diversity to the TXG testing team. We need personalities and faces. Cynthia, we need more Cynthia. RB's saying we do. We absolutely do. Cynthia was loved by you guys. I think Cynthia really sat in the meat of the bell curve when it comes to our viewership. Yeah, for sure.
Good player.
Very good player. Working with Mr. Couch now. Only going to get better.
Only going to get better.
Are you going to get better?
In progress right now.
Oh, jeez. I'm nervous. Okay. Guys, we will love you and leave you. How long have we been on? Too long? 52 minutes. Perfect. We will love you and leave you. Tomorrow we'll be announcing when the live will be tomorrow. Mike and I will be joined by the Club Champion guys. Most likely Joel Lee, for those of you who know anything about Club Champion or know anyone at Club Champion. So the likelihood is around 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We will be doing that.
Yep.
Okay.
Big day.
Big day. Big day. Big news. Lots of excitement inside TXG HQ. Big things moving forward. We're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. See you guys soon.